I can't believe it. We did it. I copied your picture. We won. We won. We were bound for glory.
Boo.
I don't believe this.
Welcome to TFS Pod, always on the View Show podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ricard saying, "How could you let me down, Matt Cardona?"
and that's
the one-man band that I'm going to rename it Bound for Glory because I was bleeding by how pissed off I was from this.
Yeah. Well, folks, yes, this is the TFS Pod, otherwise known as the View Show podcast. Number one show in the world, number one show in your heart, number one show in your girlfriend's heart. Yes, in this episode, we will be talking about what happened at Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. What happened with our predictions? What happened in the matches? What surprise could have happened? It didn't happen. And yeah, it was a crazy event. But first, the one-man band, give us that line everybody loves.
Ricard, get the scoreboard.
Oh! I really don't want to look at it. Yeah, you feel my pain, I know.
Alright, bro, believe me.
Oh, this is tough to say, but in first place with 14 points, 24/7 Lou.
Was that a burp? Was that a burp? Like a held-in burp?
No.
No. He's like driver.
He's trying to give the illusion of fans.
Yeah, of course I have fans.
He sounds like 1990s WCW Nitro, putting in speakers. And
What do you have the guy? Do you have the guy from the Thunderdome on your paycheck?
He has Dabakato.
All right. So Lou, you're at 14 points in the lead. Following in second place, we get it. The one-man band is at 9 points.
Yeesh.
Very impressive. What a very large gap.
Yeah, it's all right.
Following close behind is myself in third place with lucky number 7 points.
Hey, look at that, Ricard. That's half of what I have.
Keep talking. 2022 is right around the corner.
There you go.
And we now have a decided fourth place as of right now, and it is, believe it or not, the randomizer with 4 points. Recent win. That's insane. And then following behind that in fifth place is J Few with 3 points. And then tied for 6 is Bogey, Big Al, and Ismail with 1 point.
Ooh.
Exactly, I know. 1 point. Jeez, where have you been? And everyone else is at 0. And that's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
Yes, folks. Yes, there you go. The scoreboard has been updated. And yeah, the battle continues as we march our way through 2021 and to crown a new champion this year. Because the previous champion is a little bit behind, but we'll see if we get a new champion this year. Let's see who will it be. And yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Who will it be? Oh,
what? They're still in doubt.
Who will it be?
Who can it be now?
There you go. So yeah, Impact Wrestling, Bound for Glory. I want to say one thing. At first, I didn't realize it, but they had it posted for a 10 o'clock start, and I was a bit upset. I'm like, why would you start the thing at 10 o'clock? What do you think you are? Boxing, MMA, starting stuff late? Then I realized, yes, AEW was going on a Saturday. So it was AEW at 8 o'clock.
No, you didn't realize it. I brought it up. I brought it up, and you realized, oh, right.
Yes, that's what it was. And it's like, oh. So, yeah, it made it for a very long night of enjoying wrestling. And that's what we do here. We're fanatics enjoying wrestling. The Few. So, yeah. All right, so let's kick it off. What was the first match we had there, Ricard?
Well, I don't want to start on a sour note, but we had the pre-show match happen.
Yeah.
Where well, it's not really much of a sour, aside from, the point distribution. Jordan Grace became the inaugural Impact Digital Media Champion.
Yeah.
And Lou, that was your pick. So I know you got something to add to it. So
Yeah.
What do you got to say?
Actually, yeah.
No
You know
one
what?
else was with you.
I think on that one I went first on that pick. And yeah, I picked that. I read somewhere that they made that, so I agree with their suggestion. So I went with it. But after hearing you guys saying that Chelsea Green to win, I almost changed my mind. I'm sorry. What am I saying? I wanted to change my pick, but I couldn't. It was sort of too late. But yeah, I was surprised.
You wanted to change your pick. I believe there's another phrase for that one-man band. I believe he's saying he wanted to copy our pick.
Oh,
Control C.
Yeah, it was a very compelling argument that you guys had, but Grace won, big surprise, and you could have pinned me, please. So,
I mean,
yes, Jordan Grace, first ever digital media champion for Impact Wrestling, and talk about digital media.
oh yeah,
Yeah. That she had a inspired picture where I believe the people who have done it are Shawn Michaels, Tommy Dreamer,
correct,
and Roderick Strong, I want to say.
yes.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
Yes.
Where they take a picture with nothing on but the championship, covering just the necessary parts. And obviously, there's some scaling being done there. The title's much closer to the frame, much closer to the camera than Jordan Grace's, but it's a pretty huge championship. But Jordan Grace looking to be in very, very good shape. Kudos to her, and props to you for making the pick that you copied off of someone else, Luke.
I agreed with them.
Yeah. You agreed with their source. All right. Anyways, not the best start for the night, but scoreboard was Lou 1 point, everyone else 0.
All right. What was the next match?
I believe the next match
I have it.
was. Go ahead. Yes.
It was Decay versus Inspiration.
The Inspiration.
Yeah.
And as a fan, I feel I should because I was watching it and start seeing the intro of the match. I was like, oh my gosh, oh no! I was actually getting nervous because I mean, Decay looks like they got a tank as one of their members in that tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Just massive size difference, and I was like, how the heck are they going to knock her out?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was watching the majority of that match and going, wow, like, this looks tough, but, they turned it around. We've got, what are their new names now? Because I know them by their other names. Real quick. New names are...
Their real names.
Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay.
Yeah, their real names, isn't it?
Yes.
I still prefer the other ones. But, kudos... New Impact Knockouts Tag Champions. And a pretty great start to the night. I felt inspired because I got a point back on the board.
And there you go, proving it again.
Everyone else.
People that get released by what is it? From the Stanford go on to win a championship at Impact.
Yes. They managed to get away from Stanford Developmental.
There you go. There we go.
So that happens. What was the next match, Lou?
It's going to be for the X Division Championship. Trey Miguel, Steve Macklin, and El Fantasmo.
Oh, no, not this match.
Yep.
All right, I think I want one man band to do the commentary for this because he wasn't the only one that picked Trey Miguel, but
yeah. Well, here's my thing. I mean, I don't know much about these guys, but the only thing I do know is that I almost picked El Fantasmo. I almost did. I was right there, And something told me, nope, go with Trey Miguel because Trey Miguel, I think might be due.
You know what that something was? You know what that
What's
something
that?
was? You
What's
were
that?
like, I think I'm gonna pick him, and then you were like, Nah, JFU picked him. I'm not.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. But I do know that Trey Miguel has been a part of a few triple threats for the X Division title, and I think even they did like a 5-way, like on one of the pay-per-views, and he was a part of it. And I figured it was like, it might be time. It might be time for him to get a win. And yeah, I mean, how about that? I mean, I picked it and it came to me, and I was actually surprised because I said I didn't think I was gonna get that one, but I did. I'm happy about it. You know, even though I didn't win the overall. You know, I'm glad I got that one.
Yes, you came once again, one man band. You were 1 point short of a point
Jesus, man.
in the overall show.
Wait,
Yeah.
who went first on that one? On that pick? Do you have it there, Rickard?
Who did go first? I don't do it in that order, but let me see what the point scoreboard was beforehand. At the previous show for Crown Jewel, everyone got me and you got a point, so it would have been me going first on that one.
Oh,
I think I went first.
Because I usually write it down, but then I had to change the order because we went with the pre-show match first.
Wait a minute, no, we went with the pre-show match. Yes, so let me see. It was you, me, OMB, you, me. Yes. So it was me going first.
Okay.
And then it would have been one man band going second. So
yeah.
yes, there was no Control C because I picked Steve Macklin. Well, unless he copied off the randomizer, I guess you could argue. But no, I think he came to that. I think he came to that conclusion on its own, Lou.
Okay. No, because I was wondering because I know I had that one written down before the one-man band made it, but and I was trying to make sure, but it wasn't my turn to speak, so that's what I mean. I know I didn't do Control C, Control V on this one. All right. Yeah. I can't help but notice you had to state that on this one. I didn't.
He's incriminated himself.
The truth comes out.
All right. So let's go to the next match before it gets ugly in here. Oh no, let's skip that one.
No, I know exactly what match it is. We're gonna talk about this.
Some old guy came back and that's it. And he won.
Heath Slater, or Heath, as he's called.
Heath Miller.
Versus Violent Heath Miller, yes. Heath Miller. And it ended up being Rhino, correct?
Yeah, Rhino came out. At the end.
Rhino came out.
In the middle of the match.
He came out late, but he came out. And my boy got a win against Violent by Design. And you just know, and we were watching Impact before the show just now. You saw Eric Young drop Heath on his head with a spike pile driver.
Yeah.
So I just want to point this out, folks. Joe Doring got the protected finish because they didn't want they didn't want Heath to get that win on him cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
But Heath Slater is feuding with a former Impact's world champion. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's telling you. Super 3MB is going to come back after Heath gets that world championship gold. I just the one I'm nervous about is Jinder Mahal still having a place in WWE when Heath does come back, shredded and ready to beat Brock Lesnar for the title.
Ooh, wow, bold predictions going on here.
But yes, my boy Heath back in the groove with a W. Super glad.
No, actually, yeah, he was gone for a while. He had an injury, but then what else did he have that he was out for a while?
I think maybe Creative didn't have anything for him at the time.
Oh, okay.
How to use it. That might have been it, and there might have been some other stuff. I mean, he might have also, he's got kids. maybe some other stuff. But yes, a win for the undisputed one-man bands. The real one-man band.
All right, and now next matchup. Ooh, this is a controversial one.
There's nothing controversial about it, Lou. I should have 2 points on the board, and I should have got a show point.
The next match we're talking about is Call Your Shot Gauntlet. And we all had different picks. And at the end, the person who won...
Props to the randomizer. It was off on the entry number by 1.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I believe Moose was entry number 17.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Randomizer went entry number 16. So that was really close. I came the closest, though, because Matt Cardona made it to the final 2. Where was OMB's pick? Not even in the match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lou, where was your pick? Where was your pick?
Jake Chris, he didn't show up.
Not even in the match, exactly. Jay Few, he picked Chris Sabin. I don't know how far he did.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know where you ended up? Eliminated.
Yeah. Now in my defense, my pick was supposed to be in the match, and in fact, there's claims that he was there, but they decided not to do it because they decided to go with Moose winning. And I guess in the long term, it makes sense what they did. We'll talk about that later. But I'm still kind of salty that they didn't even bring him out. But I get it. I in hindsight, I get it.
I don't. Actually, you know what? I'm in disagreement.
No.
I like your pick. Go ahead, Rickard. Go ahead.
No, I have a theory about what happened here. All right. So I think what happened was they heard our podcast, and somebody in TNA Impact's creative heard my pick and said they were like, you know what, we were gonna go. No, they were originally going, yeah, we like what that one man band's saying. But then when they said Matt Cardona with so much confidence, they were like, but this guy's on to something here. Matt Cardona, that's pretty good. And when he made it to the final 2, they were planning on, oh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have Matt Cardona win it, and they were still gonna go with the final spot. What ended up happening, and then you were gonna redo what happened with Matt Cardona winning the championship, to everybody throwing beer bottles and stuff at him, and him embracing the hatred. But Lou, because we already know he can afford to pay the guy who did the Thunderdome soundboard. He called Impact and he told their management, hey, I'm going to pull investments and you're not going to be able to do all your shows in Vegas if you don't change this outcome of the match. And then they were like, oh, all right. A referee ran out there, and someone told the ref, hey, let him know Moose is winning.
No. Hold on.
That's why I didn't get 2 points.
Hold on,
Even
Rickard.
though the crowd was chanting Broski to the moon. It should have been Matt Cardona.
Hold on, Rickard. I do not have any connections with anyone. Oh, hold on. I got a call. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about it. No, I'm not talking about it. Don't worry. We'll talk later. We'll talk later, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I have no connections with Impact Wrestling. I will say it again. I have no connections.
Look, we already know you will go and work out with your buddy. What's he called? Damn. Why am I drawing a blank? Your buddy Paul Levesque?
You know him more than I do. Actually, no, hold on. I want to say one thing. I like the pick of Titan, and I think that I would have liked that even better than what they did with Moose. I don't know why they had to go with Moose, but that would have been a much better thing. Come on, Impact. You gotta go crazy on stuff. You're not at the top of the whole game of everything. You gotta do something impactful. Hate to say it like that. Now having Moose do it, yeah, okay. But if you would have had what do you call it? Quote unquote Titan do it, it would have been even bigger. It would have been even bigger.
No, I see why they did it. I see why they did it only because
to protect their own guy?
Oh no, they did it only because they knew there wouldn't be a mixed reaction. Moose doing it got boos, and everybody booed it. If Titan did it, you would have had people cheering.
Right.
And that's what he
And
wants.
some
What do you
people-
mean? You trying to do a Vince thing where you get everybody boo your product? No, you make them happy. You make the fans happy.
Look, you can say all you want, but when Daniel Bryan got cheated out of the WWE Championship after winning it, what happens? People tuned in and got even more invested in the storyline. You know?
Yeah. It built another 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm. So
6-7 months. I don't think Impact has 6-7 months.
I think they could pull it off. People were behind John Schuyler. No, not John Schuyler. Jeez.
Josh
Were they
Alexander.
behind Josh Alexander?
See, that's the thing. Even his name, he's one of theirs, is not even as big.
But that's the point. Like, who would have,
They're gonna do here. I think they're gonna do kind of like what they did with Eddie Edwards, where Eddie Edwards, a homegrown star, and they decided to start pushing him, and then they ended up making him a multiple-time Impact champion. So I think that's what's gonna happen with Josh Alexander. I think they want to build him, and they want to make him one of their homegrown guys, and make him a big deal. So
I still stand by my opinion dating back to 2019. Impact has yet to impress me with a world championship decision since Tessa Blanchard held it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, until somebody beats Tessa Blanchard for that championship, it is not rightfully theirs. They're all just pretenders to the throne.
TBA. Tessa Blanchard arrives.
But that's a story for another day. I was cheated. I stand by that. It's a conspiracy.
All right, and so no one got a point on that one.
Sami Zayn, if you want me, no, don't interrupt me. You see, this is part of the conspiracy. Sami Zayn, if you're out there, I am willing to do an exclusive interview. I am being cheated.
You're being cheated. You're being cheated. Like, come on.
Well, man, put away your tinfoil hat. No one wants to hear it right now. This is my time.
Yeah. All right, John Cena. Time is up. Time is up, damn it.
Lou, what's the next match before I get on a rampage?
The Good Brothers.
Right.
It was a triple threat match. Let me see. What was it again? For the Impact Tag Team Championship.
I got it right here. It was
Good Brothers, Finn Juice, Bullet Club.
Finn Juice and Bullet Club, and Mr. I Picked Bullet Club didn't get a point. We're not going to talk about that, are we?
I'll talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
Damn.
I'll talk about it. Good brother. Be like, I talk about it. Good Brothers won. Next.
That's it. I didn't get a point.
You are the only one to not get a point.
I know. Man.
Think about it. You could have had an undisputed win.
Well,
share the spotlight with the dice.
Now, here's the thing. It's interesting he didn't pick, and that the fact that they did win, because we did think that, well, some of us thought that they were assigned to AEW, and this is
secretly. Yes, because right. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is telling because it'll make sense later on as to why we say this. But they did win. Thank God. Thank God that they did win, because otherwise that would have killed me even more. But I think it was the right call. I don't think that they need to be dropping the belts yet. Eventually they will. I think it's coming soon, actually.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming soon. But for the time being, I think that was the right call. Good Brothers holding, and we'll see what happens. But we'll say, I'll say why later on. We'll go from there.
All right. The next match we had, very disappointing. It was the people. It was the pros versus the people in the ring. In other words, it was Deonna Purrazzo that us three picked.
The virtuosa. We all had a lesson we had learned, and
Mickey versus Mickey James.
And apparently the streak was over. I started getting nervous the minute they talked about how she'd beaten everybody there was to beat.
No.
I was like, no. Whenever we start doing that, that just means the ride's over.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
don't know about you, but whenever it comes to Deonna Purrazzo, I don't want the ride to ever end.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
No
yeah.
kidding.
Man, Deonna Purrazzo lost. Mickie James, new knockout champion.
That's good, though. That's good. It's proof that even a grandmother can hold the championship.
Oh my god. Oh man.
What?
That was a burn. Here's the thing about this. I'll interject real quick. I don't understand why they did this.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make any sense in my opinion. Nothing against Mickie James. Nothing against her. Hardcore country from back when she first started in TNA. You know, she was in WWE before. She was a women's champion. Very decorated. Very respected. Nothing against her on this end. But she's in her 40s. It's not old at all, like for my standards. But for wrestling standards, no, it's not. It's not. But for wrestling standards, for as long as she's been in, like it doesn't make sense. I don't think she didn't need the belt. I think they should have kept on with Deonna Purrazzo going. Like now, it's like you got Mickie James who's been in multiple times already, and I don't know, man. I think they should have done an NXT like what they did with NXT when Asuka was on her reign, and they put Mickie James in front of her, and you know she was salivating at wrestling her. Should have done that with Deonna Purrazzo. Should have get some spots in. You know, Deonna Purrazzo.
Here's my theory.
Uh-huh.
Because I believe Mickie James is also part of some kind of all women's promotion.
Yes.
I think Impact, since we're kind of alluding to it, they did break ties with working with another company. I think they're starting to consider cross promotion with someone else, and I think that might have been the reason why. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Because otherwise, I agree with you. I would have had Deonna Purrazzo add another feather to her cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
But for the record, I do think Deonna Purrazzo is going to get the title back.
It has to.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, on Impact, they were teasing, post Bound for Glory, they were teasing Madison Rayne challenging Mickie James for a match next week.
Not bad.
Don't worry, Deonna Purrazzo is going to interfere or attack Mickie James after the match, probably.
And
either way.
In the points battle, at this time, it was, I had 4, Rick Hard had 3, the one-man band had 4, Jay Few had 3, and the randomizer had 5. So now we go into the last match, which was?
The final match was, and Lou, you were so fortunate that you had the foresight to pick this.
Yes, I remember.
No
4 versus 1.
No kidding.
Because otherwise it would have been a randomizer night, and we would have called it an early finish. I even mistakenly called it an early finish, and then I was like, oh, right. Jeez. That news broke. Because even I was like, come on. Christian lose? What are we in? Oh, right. So, it was Josh Alexander versus Christian.
What was the news that broke?
Impact World Championship.
I'll say
ahead,
since I was the one that busted it out. Literally like an hour before the match happened, I found a link that was sent to me that said AEW and Impact are ending their relationship, their cross promotion. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, no, because I knew right away. And that was it.
Yeah, because Christian Cage signed with AEW, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
So here's my thing. Real quick. Are they going to change Christian's theme song? Because Christian's theme song is from Impact.
Is that the one you've been using on AEW?
Yes. Yes.
But he
I
had
don't
it
know,
first on
Impact
AEW.
might
Didn't
sell
he?
it.
But he first appeared on AEW.
He had it on Impact when he went to Impact back in 2005.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I meant what did he have when he went back to AEW?
He came out to that
That's-
song, but that was when they had that working relationship.
Oh,
Exactly. So the same song he had on Impact, he
True,
brought to
true.
AEW. So I'm thinking he might have a theme song change because that's
I
Impact.
think AEW might be willing to shell out some cash to lease or rent the song or whatever. Even if they don't have a working relationship. Because let's face it, Impact doesn't seem like the kind of company to turn down free money.
Yeah, but at
yeah.
the same
Actually,
time,
you know
they
what?
did it-
I wonder on that. Do the individual the wrestlers have their own songs, or does the company have it in this case? I know, as opposed to how WWE runs it.
that's a great question. I don't know if they have their
Definitely,
own.
I think it's definitely the company. The company's
Yeah.
probably pay for the what's it called, royalties.
Or the
I
licensing
know,
rates.
or the licensing rights.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
know
some-
for
yeah,
a fact.
they did.
I know for a fact that's what they had to do with what was it called?
Jungle Boy?
Oh, yes,
Mm.
Jungle Boy's
So,
theme
with-
comes to mind, and
with Tarzan
Living
Boy.
Color. Yeah, and
And
In Living
Tarzan Boy.
Color also comes to mind.
And the reason, and actually, Daniel Bryan,
CM
the
Punk?
final countdown. With Cult of Personality, but Bryan Danielson didn't come out to the final countdown because the licensing fee was way too much, and
Yeah, Europe.
he just with Europe. I mean, to be fair, that song is pretty epic. Excuse me. That is a pretty epic song, and it does have a lot of. It has a lot of commercial power because they did use it on a Geico commercial. So that right there already is
Yeah.
very So I knew it was gonna be a lot of money, and Bryan Danielson probably said, "Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it."
And if I'm not mistaken, Wild Thing for Dean Ambrose is
Yes.
is a cover.
Yes.
Isn't it a cover or an alteration?
It's yes. Well, it's the second version. It's a remake from. They used it in Major League, in Major League 1 and 2, and maybe just Major League 2. But it is I believe a '60s remake.
Okay, all right.
All right, going back to Impact. So it was a
Yes.
back and forth on that one, on that Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander.
There was no back and forth.
Yes, it
It was
was.
4-1.
No,
it was
I
4-1.
mean in the match.
Oh, yes. Very, I want to say match of the night for this. I definitely want to say match of the night with a close second going to the X Division triple threat match.
Yeah,
Match of the night.
and also
Actually,
most
like,
dirtiest
Christian
move I've ever seen.
Josh.
I think even Vince wouldn't do this.
What was the dirty move?
At the end, what happened at the end?
Oh! I thought you were talking about during the match between him and Christian.
Oh no! At the end, when Josh Alexander won.
All right. Maybe we should break it down for the people who didn't have the benefit of seeing it on what's it, Access TV.
No, pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view. There we go. For the benefit of those without flash photography, Josh Alexander got the win against Christian. Christian handed him the title. This is very telling. Christian handed him the title, shook his hand, tell him go ahead and do great things with it. Stepped out of the ring. Josh Alexander's wife and kid came out. And to your credit, Lou, yes, I don't think this has happened yet.
When were we talking about this? Why would they have the family there if he's going to lose? You're like, no.
We were talking about this. Oh my gosh, we were. Because I didn't want it to be a done deal, so I was arguing with you. And the best example I could think of was Roman Reigns versus Lesnar at WrestleMania 31, where they had the Samoan family there, front row in the audience, and then Rollins kicks in.
It's so wrong.
And the only other example I could think of, which I just thought of now, was Miz versus Orton in like 2014 or something, and Orton beating him up in front of his dad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
But this was disgusting what
back when
Impact
Vince
did.
Yeah.
This was
What Impact
disgusting
did.
what Impact did.
But, and I get why they did it, because otherwise the question would be, why isn't Christian getting a rematch? For the casual audience, they'd be like, wait a minute, why isn't Christian getting a rematch? Moose doing what he did, he called his shot, because he won the Battle Royal. I still say it should have been Matt Cardona, but we're going to move on. He called his shot, came out, challenged Josh Alexander for the title, and
Well, the family's still there.
While the family was no, Josh Alexander did try to escort them out of the ring, which distracted him enough for Moose to do his finisher.
His little kid was there. His wife was there.
His little kid. Jeez.
That's what I find disgusting.
That must be so crushing for the family. But right in front of him, I'm sure Josh Alexander got paid a little more for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
What, for the therapy for the kid?
For the therapy. Oh, you know, I want to give a shout out here. I want to give a shout out to the commentary, because Matt Stryker sold the emotion of that like one of the greats.
Oh yeah.
You could hear the tears. You could hear the tears in his eyes. He was saying, that little boy is seeing his father. He gets to see his father as a champion. And these are the moments that wrestling. He's like, these are the moments that are great. He's saying all that, and then Moose comes out, and the emotion's still in him. And he's like, what is Moose doing? He can't bring himself to get his composure. And then Moose just takes the title from him. And just superb narrative changing right there. Just boom. It went from Josh Alexander establishes himself as champion to Moose.
Yeah, with Moose winning it, I understand why they did it. Obviously, we didn't have the hindsight of what we found out until near the end of the show, but I could see, what was the reasoning. This is a classic Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton storyline, with implications that they might add a third person. Who will be the third person? I don't know, but definitely Josh Alexander being the underdog in this case, and Moose being the ultra heel right now. Basically, this can build up towards a next major pay-per-view to where Josh Alexander finally gets his comeuppance and beats Moose, and then that's where he'll finally have the actual celebration with his family, no interruptions, and be victorious.
All right. You cut me off there. I'll allow it, but I want to answer that question about who's going to be the third person.
Okay.
And that third person is going to be the person who fought Moose, not necessarily in a match, but in a segment. He had a scuffle with Moose on his debut unofficially on Impact. And that person's name is Heath Miller. That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Snatching the underdog story right there.
Okay. That's interesting. That would be interesting.
All right, so yeah.
Lou, you're speechless. You're speechless.
I am. I'm surprised. I mean, what can happen here at Impact Wrestling?
What can happen is they could give me a point.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, everyone's a Triple Crown winner except for
You get a Triple Crown. You get a Triple Crown. Oh, hold on.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
I guess. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Do you have one last question there, Rickard, or if not, I'm gonna say something.
No, I don't have one last question. So, Lou, I mean, it's your moment. It's technically the Dice's moment too, but go ahead.
I guess this is our chance for the Dice and myself to be bound for glory.